Hey guys, and welcome to the video. We're going to be discussing the Young Avengers, possibly headlining the MCU, and what this might mean going forward. So let's jump into this Marvel news. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and stay up to date with all the movie news going on around here, guys. So guys, we're going to be looking at this article here from cosmicbook.news. MCU Young Avengers rumours include Hailee Steinfeld. Avengers Secret Wars is said to be rebooting the MCU with a team of young assemblers. Yeah guys, so I just made a recent video talking about Marvel possibly rebooting the MCU after Avengers Secret Wars. I will put that video down in the description if you want to go and have a look at it. It has a comment from Kevin Feige potentially talking about, rebooting the MCU, and we could have the Young Avengers potentially being in the soft reboot of the MCU. But let's dive into this article, guys, and see if we can learn a little bit more about what's going on. So, it's claimed the Young Avengers are coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that part of the team includes Hailee Steinfeld, who plays Kate Bishop in the MCU. Yeah, guys, for those of you who obviously have Disney Plus and watch the Hawkeye show, she made her debut in the Hawkeye show with Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye character. And so, Kate Bishop, played by Hailee Steinfeld, she's very much an Archer-esque character, reminiscent of the Hawkeye character himself. She pretty much has the same abilities. She's just like really, really talented with a bow, like really, really accurate shot. She runs around with a bow, like an archer, like shooting her arrows at people. Pretty cool character, to be honest. I have no problems with her. And Hailee Steinfeld, sorry, really talented actress. And I think she can do great things in the MCU. If she's given the right film, good plot, good script, and all that kind of stuff. The info follows. It said Avengers Secret Wars will reboot the MCU, and that instead of going with the new MCU Trinity, Kevin Feige has switched gears and is now going with a new team of young assemblers. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'll post a video that I recently made about the MCU potential reboot down into the description if you're interested. Go click that link and have a watch of that video. So, the Young Avengers in the comics are a team of teen superheroes, but it seems as if the MCU won't be going the kid route. Instead, they will be using older versions of the characters. Yeah, I think that's maybe because the demographic of, the people who watch these MCU movies, they're probably not kids. They're mostly like 18 to 35-year-olds. And I think they would struggle to get people on board. If you had Young Avengers who were like really young kids, I think it would lose a lot of the, 18 to 35 demographic if you had young kids all the time. I don't think people would enjoy that. So having older, like Young Avengers, that sounds kind of weird. Older Young Avengers, you know what I mean. Older versions of the Young Avengers. I think that makes a lot more sense to some degree. So we've got a fan art poster here of what the potential Young Avengers could look like with some of the characters here. Obviously got Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Ironheart. Got Wanda's kids in there. I don't know who this character is. Hailee Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. That's Ant-Man's daughter, I think. I forget what her name is. I do apologize. We have this guy here. I'm not sure who that guy is. Okay, so who are the MCU's Young Avengers? Just before we go ahead, guys, I just want to say, for me personally, like, the Young Avengers just wouldn't be my thing. Like, it doesn't really interest me all that much. Yeah, if they went this route, I think I would lose complete interest in the MCU. It's just, like, having these, like, spin-off characters of main characters doesn't really interest me all that much. Like, we've had Iron Man films in the past. Like, why would I want to see an Ironheart movie? Like, when we should be watching Iron Man, not Ironheart. I don't know, it just doesn't interest me as much, I don't know if you guys feel the same. So, who are the MCU's Young Avengers? According to Can We Get Some Toast? I love that name so much. Can We Get Some Toast Twitter account, making up the MCU's Young Avengers currently includes. So this is the potential list of characters that we may have for the upcoming Young Avengers. America Chavez, who was in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Billy Kaplan, Wiccan. I think that's one of Wanda's children. Cassie Lang, obviously Ant-Man's daughter. Elijah Bradley, Patriot. Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, obviously. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, which we already talked about. Riri Williams as Ironheart. Tommy as Speed, potentially. So the question marks are whether or not Feige will get Speed and Patriot before the Young Avengers actually assemble. Tommy will come back, but Marvel doesn't seem to have any interest in pursuing anything Elijah Bradley related, unfortunately, states the account. The Young Avengers in the comics also include Iron Lad Nathaniel Richards, Vision Jonas, Marvel Boy Nova, and Prodigy David David Alaney. Sorry, butchering that name. So yeah, as you can see, guys, from what we just read, the Twitter post here from Can We Get Some Toast just goes through, and like we just read, the names for the potential upcoming Young Avengers. Obviously, we have a little piece of artwork here showing what the potential Young Avengers might look like. Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, Speed, Wiccan, Ironheart, America Chavez. Yeah, it's kind of okay. If it was on, would I watch it? Like, if they released a movie, yeah, I'd probably watch it. But it's like, I'm gonna go and watch the Marvels when it comes out. Is it really top grade MCU that interests me all that much? Not really. But I feel like I'll watch it if there's nothing else on. But anyway, guys, so Young Avengers. Are the Young Avengers young? It kind of in the name, you know, it would kind of be self-obvious, you'd think, wouldn't you? But, and then, obviously, we've got some more artworks here. Yeah, so, as the Young Avengers are teenagers in the comics, following the rumor, fans have been questioning the ages of the actors involved with the team. Hailee Steinfeld, go Bills, is currently 26 years old. So that means whenever the Young Avengers make their way into the MCU, she will be around 30 years old, hardly a teenager. Catherine Newton is now 26 years old and plays Cassie Lang. Likewise, Ironheart actor Dominique Thorne is 25 years old and will be close to 30 years old as well. Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, is 21 years old. Jaliti Gomez is the only teenager currently at 17 years old, playing America Chavez. Ah, that's who that is. Okay. I didn't know what her name was. So that's the girl who plays America Chavez. Okay, I do apologize. I didn't know that. I didn't know the actress's name, so that's why I didn't know who it was. So that's America Chavez, apparently. Saying that she's in a project together. Yeah, there's nothing interesting to see in this video, guys, so I wouldn't worry about it. So where were we? We can guess that maybe a couple of the actors and characters feeling their age will be the leaders of the Young Avengers. So what about the OGs? Taking a look back at when the MCU was first formed, making up the Avengers includes, we had Robert Downey Jr. at the age of 43 in 2008. He was obviously an Iron Man. Chris Evans was 30 years old in 2011, Captain America, the First Avenger. Chris Hemsworth was 28 in 2011, Thor. Oh man, just reading these dates, it makes you realize how old you are. You know what I mean? Like, these movies came out 2008, like started in 2008. It seems like such a long time ago now. Mark Ruffalo, 45 in 2012. Obviously, the Avengers' Ed Norton was 38 in 2008's Incredible Hulk. I always forget that that movie is actually considered canon. It doesn't feel like it, but it is. The Edward Norton 2008 Incredible Hulk. Jeremy Renner was 40 in 2011. Scarlett Johansson at 26 in 2010, Iron Man 2. Tom Hiddleston at 30, 2011, and 12, Villain, Thor, and the Avengers. Yeah, guys, by the way, jump on the Loki series if you haven't seen it yet, guys. The first 2 episodes, you know, they quite surprised me. They were better than I thought they would be. The time travel element, it's a bit of a gimmick, if I'm honest, but Tom Hiddleston, he's such a talented guy, and in the role of Loki, he's so good. It's just worth watching just for him playing Loki, regardless if the plot's good or not. So it does seem as Feige is not going the direct comic book route with the Young Avengers. And let's be honest, a team of angsty, political-orientated teens wouldn't be successful, so older versions will instead be used. Yeah, this is exactly what I said near the beginning of the video, guys. If you have a demographic of, like, the MCU is mostly viewed by males, and I would assume the age bracket, like most content consumed at the theaters, the demographic will probably be mostly males, and probably around about 18 to 35 in that demographic. So if you had a bunch of angsty kids on screen as the Young Avengers, that would just lose the main going audience, I think. So yeah, you need to make them older so that people, you know, get on board with it, I would say. And technically, Young Avengers still fits because they are younger than the original Avengers. Yeah, well, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? They're called the Young Avengers, so they're technically younger than the OG Avengers, so they're called the Young Avengers. That does make sense. And then, Can We Get Some Toast? Twitter account, he says, weird how when it comes to Hailee Steinfeld as a Young Avenger, people have a problem with her age. But those are the same people who are begging for Evans, Hemsworth, and RDJ to come back to the MCU. Of course, they don't have a problem with the two Chris's being in the 40s. And, yeah. So basically, yeah, it's just saying, sorry, I got a bit confused then. I opened up a wrong tag, sorry. Wrong tab. So yeah, I don't see who cares about age, to be honest. As long as they're not like a bunch of 10-year-olds. As long as they're like 18 and older, like, then I wouldn't really have a problem myself. If they were a bunch of 10-year-olds running around on screen, then yeah, they would get annoying. Like having their voices and, you know, little kids just running around and stuff. Yeah, people will get annoyed with that. But as long as they're sort of old enough and mature enough to actually make a decent movie and that they don't lose the main going movie audience, then there's not a problem. I haven't heard anyone in my movie circles complaining about ages of anybody. Like, I don't think this is a thing. I haven't seen any comments about anybody complaining about ages. So, ages of any actors. So, I don't know if that's made up because I've not seen anything to do with that. So, Can We Get Some Toast also says, you continue to be weird about women in their age. Actors can do this crazy thing where they play characters that don't actually represent their real age. For instance, Jacques Sinclair, the actress playing Marie Monroe, a college freshman in Gen V, is 29 years old. Yeah, I mean, there's no problem with that whatsoever. That's always happened throughout time. You know, people play, you know, they play like school kids or like college kids, and they're actually like in their 30s. Like, it's crazy because some actors or actresses look super, super young for their age. I look super young for my age. You know, I'm 32 years old. I look like I'm 18. Sometimes I still get asked for ID when I go and buy alcohol at the shop. So, you know. But yeah, there's no reason why an actor or actress cannot play someone who's younger if they look young themselves. There's no problem with that whatsoever. So Chris Evans was 30 when he played a 25-year-old Steve Rogers. RDJ was 43 when he portrayed a 38-year-old Tony Stark. Actors act in younger roles all the time. Why do losers like you have an issue with women's ages once they're older than 25? It's weird as fuck. Yeah, I don't see a problem because they're not in the Young Avengers and they're not playing college high school kids. By the time a Young Avengers comes out, Hailee Steinfeld and Catherine Newton will basically be 30. Yeah, like I say, they're going to be younger than the original Avengers. I don't hear of anybody complaining about the ages. This isn't a thing. I haven't seen one video about this. I haven't seen any comments about this. I don't know of anyone who's complained to me about, oh, you know, such and such actor or actress is too young to play this role, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, I just think that that's just trying to stir up controversy where there isn't any. Like, it's not controversial for actors or actresses to play people of different ages. That's not a thing as far as I know. But yeah, guys, so that's kind of where we are. Just a short article talking about, you know, potential for the MCU Young Avengers going forward after the MCU reboot. Could we be rebooting into the Young Avengers? That could be a thing with the main, you know, MCU audience. Would they like that? You know, would people be on board for the Young Avengers, or do you think that people would be kind of disappointed if, you know, Marvel went in that direction? Jump into the comment section, guys. Let me know what you think about this. For me personally, it's not my kind of thing. These characters don't really excite me all that much compared to the OG Avengers. I think they just start the MCU, hard reboot, recast the OG Avengers, bring them back. Yeah, the Young Avengers, you know, doesn't really do a lot for me. But I can understand why some people like it, so I don't want to put you down, guys. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.